This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
We're live.
I know, that's what I was saying. I got to come back to reality a little bit because I've been watching Russians get hurt for hours.
You love Russian news.
I do.
I remember we were in college back in yonder days, back in the salad days of our lives.
The days of yore. The salad days?
You never heard that before?
No, is that in reference to like when Wendy's had the salad bar?
Yep, it's when Shakespeare was referencing Wendy's had a salad bar.
Oh, it's that old. Okay.
Is that about when Wendy's?
Why did you think it was about Wendy's? I don't know when it's from. It's just sometime in history. History from now to the beginning of time is a long stretch for me to pinpoint a phrase.
You honestly thought I just referenced the time when Wendy's had a salad bar. That's what you thought I was doing.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I didn't know. I haven't heard that. The salad days of our lives?
Yeah.
It sounds like, back when we used to be healthy. Now we don't give a fuck because we're old and married or something.
I mean, I don't know.
All right.
So anyway, we were in college back when we were young and didn't give a fuck, but now we're old and married.
Yeah. Back in the Taco Bowl days of our lives.
Back in the old beefer days of yore.
The big beefer.
What are some old fast food stuff? Like McDonald's have pizza.
They still have pizza. I've actually made plans if I go next time I go visit the States.
I've made fast food related American plans.
I have already. For possibly 6 months.
Taco Bell is a definite hit up.
Oh, definitely.
I can't. It's weird how much I miss it.
I know, me too.
I didn't even eat there that often, but the option was always there.
I would eat there. I would probably eat there like once a week. I would get some. I get a taco. You get a craving for just a quick, cheap ass taco.
Yeah.
Grab a taco. No, there's two. I believe there's only two. I've heard rumors of a third in Orlando, but there's two. One's in Ohio.
Rumors of a third growing from the west.
Darkness. But there's one. There's a McDonald's is what we're talking about.
Yeah, they got those everywhere, man.
Yeah, but there's only two that I know of. A possible third that still serves pizza.
But you're not going to go to Florida.
No, but there's one in Ohio and there's one in West Virginia. Actually, to where I would be visiting, from where I would be going home to. It'd be closer to go to the one in Ohio.
I'd be willing to drive like an hour for that.
That's about how far it is. Hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I've done all the research. I'm going.
What's the deal? It's just pizza?
It's just pizza.
But it's McDonald's branded.
Yeah. It's a big M. They make a big M with the pepperoni.
It's just an M breadstick.
Yeah.
Just a cheese stick made out of M's.
Yeah.
Made out of M's. M&M's. Why does McDonald's sell M&M's? They do in their flurries.
Oh, yeah. Well, that wrapped up nicely.
That just tied up. So we were in college.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. We were in college and I sent you a site. It was like Russian news translated, I think, from Russian into English. And you know how like when you do translations?
Yeah, it was poorly translated. I enjoy the Russian translation to English because it's really blunt and just like to the point. It's like...
Yeah, no articles.
Yeah, and it's just like, here's man falling to death. And you're just like, yep.
there is man falling to death.
There is man falling to death.
So I remember you used to have this like Russian news site. I think I sent it to you. I think I linked it to you.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
And you read that and were continuously linking. You just would go... I
bookmarked it on my Google page.
You sussed out every bit of Russian.
Wish we knew what that was now. I would love to find that again.
We could probably find it.
I'm sure you could just go to find some Russian news. It's probably not hard at all.
Should I just type in Russian news right now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be like, Putin's up to it, guys. Putin's at it again.
He is.
He's shirtless. He's on a horse.
But no, I found just randomly I went
to Google Russian news and I just typed in Putin. Not what I want.
But yeah, I found that it was just like an Instagram that was nothing but these little short videos of just crazy Russian shit. And it was all in Russian. And you can click the little translate button and it gives you, once again, a rough translation of like, man fell.
This is where you were just now?
Yeah.
This is where you were?
This is where I was. This is where I've been for like the past hour and a half just watching these videos. And it's what I like about Russian stuff, because it doesn't seem like it's just everywhere has its groups of idiots that does dumb stuff. But the general consensus or the general feel of the country is they're better than that. This is just the bottom of the barrel of people doing really dumb shit. You know what I mean? A lot of times there's lots of them, but there's a lot of people in a lot of countries. Russia just seems like from the highest level down, it's off the fucking rails. You know what I mean? It seems like it seems like another planet where there's like no rules. I mean, everything from like, it's not just like some idiots like lighting firecrackers inside. It's like, oh, here's some construction workers, and instead of having proper scaffolding and like ways to build, and get up and take care of the building, it's like a guy, they've like tied themselves to the wall somehow, and a guy's holding another guy by the belt while he leans out and welds through a bar. And like, just as soon as you see it, you're like, these are supposed to be professionals, and as soon as you see it, you're like, this isn't going to end well.
No way.
That's why every one of those starts, you're like, well, that's not how you do that. And they're supposed to be like professional people, and it's just like the whole building comes down, or a guy goes flying into the water.
I've got two analogies to make. Which one? I want your opinion. Which one's more accurate?
Okay.
They're the China of the Western world.
Ooh.
They're the Klingons of Earth.
No, I don't think Klingons. Yeah.
Like Star Trek.
Right. But no. Because Klingons seem to have their shit together.
Do they?
I mean, more so than this. I mean, I get that, the attitude. They may be Klingonish in attitude, it seems like. But it's just like... Dude, it's just somebody could just...
What did you see? Somehow, give me like the highlights.
Well, I mean, we could be sitting here right now. If this was Russia, it'd be no thing for someone just to walk through the door, go in, punch you in the face, and then take all the food out of the refrigerator and leave through the window. And
that's
just be
true,
like,
though, man. Because we've gone abroad, and people have this idea of America.
That's true.
People have this like idea that like literally everyone has a gun and everyone's all about freedom
and it's like the Wild West all the time,
right?
Yeah.
Which like I understand why they think that, but being from America, it's exactly the same as it was in Australia,
right?
And it's exactly the same it pretty much is in Taiwan.
But what's funny is Australia. I mean,
it smells like America.
They like to have a good time too. I think they're kindred spirits, America and Australia.
They like ketchup more.
I love ketchup.
They like it more than America.
Yeah, they like it more than America.
I don't think I bought a single article of food when I was in Australia that did not come with ketchup.
No.
They're like,
sauce.
Oh, you bought an ice cream cone? Here's a thing of ketchup.
Here's your ketchup.
Well, I
enjoyed it because usually it's a struggle to get as much ketchup as I want for things, especially here.
Oh, here they don't want. Yeah. They'll give you 2 packets, and you have to ask for the extra one. Like you'll go to the thing of fries, they'll give you 1 packet of ketchup, and you're like, you want an extra one? Like, yeah, I want an extra 5.
You ask for 7 or 8 at the chicken place?
Yeah, like I like summoned all of my Chinese to ask for. I just asked for, because I don't know how to say ketchup or sauce, so I just said tomato thing. I said tomato drink. No, what did I say? I said tomato. Yeah. I said, tomato thing.
Yeah.
But I made because we're buying French fries. She knew what I wanted.
Right.
And she goes, well, how many? And I said 7.
Well, she brought us a couple first.
Yeah.
And then you asked for more.
And she said, how many?
Yeah.
I went 7.
No. She just outright told you no.
Do you remember how she gave it to me?
Yeah.
It was those little, like, you buy, like, what was it? I think it's a dime bag.
It looked like something you'd buy heroin in.
Yeah, a little dime bag. Is that what it's called? A dime bag, right?
Yeah.
But they just squirted ketchup into it.
Yeah, they just took like a larger bottle, squirted a little Ziploc baggie.
And I was like, give me 7 of those dime bags of ketchup, please.
No.
Do you remember that really earnest moment in Australia when we were just eating, I want to say, fish and chip? No. We were eating probably like the 7th time we ate gyros that day.
Oh, yeah.
That week. But, and Tom... Kebab, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And Tom looked at you and was like, do you have tomato sauce in America?
Yeah.
And you were like, well, it's called ketchup. He goes, well, what's ketchup?
Yeah. And it was dead serious. I'm like,
It was like a real, like a heartfelt moment of, do you have this amazing thing in America? Like, I'm pretty sure we invented it, man.
Yeah, but they just don't like to give it to us a lot.
I bet you the Chinese invented it. I mean, that's going out on a limb.
Who knows? It's just mashed up ketchup.
No, you know who invented it?
Who?
What's his name? He ran against Obama. Not Obama.
What?
Yeah, he ran against Obama the first time. No, the second time.
Mitt Romney?
He's got like a real droopy face.
Oh.
He looks like
McGruff the crime dog.
Yeah, and he's got like a mushroom cut and he's just like, and he's actually probably an alright. He probably
didn't invent ketchup.
Yeah. No, didn't. Isn't that say he has some affiliation with ketchup?
Well, he didn't invent it. What the hell's his name? McGruff the crime dog. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Who invented ketchup? And people are like, oh my god!
Remember when McGruff the crime dog ran for president and invented ketchup?
Why does he have something to do with ketchup? I know he has something ketchup related. You're the droopy guy.
Oh, I know.
What the fuck's his name?
We'll think of it eventually.
What's gonna happen in the middle of this? Give me the highlights though, man. You were hanging out on Russian internet. What did you see? What was some stuff? Because I have some stuff here. Like I got one like Russian drunk an entire bottle of vodka to avoid paying for it.
It's when there's some of it was really funny, and then some of it you're just like, oh my god. Like, I know you just saw people die.
Really?
Like, a lot of things careening through intersections. A lot of people just...
Literally everyone there has a
dash cam.
I can't imagine. I think you have to.
Yeah, because the police will steal your car. And seriously,
Have you seen that
video?
ballsy
A guy, the police were filming this. It was like an episode of Cops or something. The cop goes up to the window and he's talking to the guy, and it was in Russian. But from what you gather is he either told the guy to get out of the car or roll the window down.
Okay.
And he says something to the guy, and the guy
he either said, "Get out of the car," or just roll the window.
Well, I gathered that because what happened next was the guy said something to him and then ignored the cop. And the cop
ignored the cop. The cop's standing in front of his door.
He's standing right in front of the door, and the cop was like, "Bullshit, be bobble gibby," and the guy.
And what did the guy say?
And it's Mr. Remini. And then
just backwards English?
Yeah, just backwards. Without missing a beat, the cop walked up to the car, says something to him. The guy replies and looks away from the cop like, "Fuck you, I'm not listening." The cop just goes boom and bashes the window out and drags the man out through the window. Busts his window out with his fist like it was nothing, like he was a fucking Terminator, and just drags the guy out of the car through the...
This is where you've been?
Yes, for an hour and a half.
I have been.
I've been there. And they're a little short, so then that was over, and then I just watched the next one where like a cement mixer comes careening through an intersection, and it just lands on this car and flattens it like a pancake.
There's people inside.
Yeah. And I mean, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God. And it just loops. So you've seen it like 5 times for your brain's like, oh my God, everybody in that died.
Shit, man.
I mean, it mashed it like a pancake.
That's crazy.
Bummer.
That is a bummer. It totally is a bummer.
You found anything on there, Russian?
I'm on a website called weirdrussia.com, but it's not a whole lot.
There's a lot of people
a prisoner escaped a detention center through a meal serving window. He just like crawled out of the meal door, the window. But I mean, there's not really. There we go. Weird Russia. Huffington Post has a section of their website just Weird Russia.
Nice.
World chess president claims he was abducted by space aliens, and they invented chess.
Oh God! Of course he would say that. But the thing is, what a great thing to say, because you do have a leg up because you are the world chess champion. You know what I mean?
Well, he's not it didn't say champion. He's a president.
Oh.
I'm good at chess.
Not only am I the president, I'm also the champion. But the guy,
vodka.
Yeah. Well, still, he's the president, so that's interesting. They'll say if you were, but that does give you credit, all right? Well, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit more
for
than
sure. Like if Obama came out and said that aliens invented chess, you kind of would be a little bit like,
yeah, or like me or you or somebody being like,
me or you? No one's gonna listen to us if we said aliens invented chess.
Exactly. But if we were a chess grandmaster, people would be like, okay, well,
but we're not.
That's like when Buzz Aldrin said that aliens were real. People listen to Buzz Aldrin because he's been to space. Everybody else that goes running around and be like, they stuck tubes up my butt and made me pregnant. And Buzz Aldrin's like, you're like, all right, he's been up there.
He said that?
Yeah.
He said that aliens are out there?
Yeah, he wholeheartedly said that NASA was covering it up, the government was covering it up, that he's seen aliens, and it was the whole thing.
He's seen them? Like, he's interacted with them?
Well, I don't know about, like, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
What has he said?
Me. I have to paraphrase.
Are you ready? We're going to have a conversation. You're going to be an alien, I'm going to be the Russian.
Okay.
You ready?
All right. Oh my God. Well, we lost everybody right there.
Is that the sign language joke from last episode?
Yep, it was.
Or who knows what episode it was. Who knows when these are going to roll out. Okay, you're right. I mean, he does have some sort of
clout.
Clout was a good word for it.
Yeah.
But what you said was, it's like me or you, but we have no clout. What clout do we have?
Right, well, that's what I was saying. It'd be like me or you saying, that's the thing, we wouldn't have any clout. They'd be like, those guys don't have any clout.
Ain't got no clout.
Those guys ain't got no clout. But, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. If we were the grandmasters of chess or any sport. But what an interesting thing. Oh, what a wonderful feeling.
Russian cops ban short skirts after skirts get too short.
At least it was linear.
No, that's enough.
No, that's the.
I've seen some short skirts here in Taiwan.
Yeah, that don't even count. I don't think it's britches.
There's nothing going on.
No.
I mean, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's up to your imagination here at home, listening here to us.
Yeah.
But I've seen some short skirts, and Russia did not get involved in these skirts.
Uh-huh. I've got some news. When you run out of Russian news, I found a bizarre couple stories that I've got to get.
I'm not going to run out, man, because I got another one here. Man allegedly stabs
him. Oh my! I don't know. Do tell. Was he okay?
Man allegedly stabs friend for insulting poetry.
That's the least poetic thing you could do.
What are you going to Why would I read you a poem like...
Unless you did that and then said, Et tu, brute.
What?
That's not poetry, but you know what I mean. At least he tried.
Okay, this is the first time in podcast history. I'm going to give you a podcast homework assignment. We've done that before, but then I don't think it's never followed through.
You're giving me one?
Both of us.
Oh, okay.
We have to write a poem, an insulting poem.
That would be insulting enough to get knifed?
About each other.
Oh.
I'm not going to knife you.
Yeah.
Please don't knife me.
I don't even know where the knives are. We only have one.
We have the cleaver.
We got a cleaver.
Holy fuck, dude. That's that's not knifing. No. That's like axing someone.
That's hacking. That ain't a stabbing knife. That's a hacking.
That wouldn't even qualify for crime of passion.
No, that's just brutal murder. Unless you're a butcher who loved his job. So
a man allegedly stabbed his friend for insulting poetry. They don't have the poem here for us to read, but we should.
Why not?
Well, I mean, I could click maybe they do.
Well, you think he wrote the poem, or he was just a poem where he was like, oh, this is my favorite poem, and he said it, and then the guy's like, fuck, that's bullshit.
This article is a poem.
Okay.
They wrote the article about this.
Oh, that's
as
meta.
A poem.
Okay.
Man stabbed to death in Russia for saying poetry is not real literature. Okay, I clicked it and it fucking changed. Okay. A Russian teacher stabbed his friend, according to courts. Because the man disparaged poems, RIA reports. It started as a friendly chat last week in the Urals. The men were drunk, discussing books, just gabbing like old pals. It's supposed to be Urals, probably. Right. The conversation went awry, though, when the topic turned to verse with the Friends Bowl claims, the teacher's temper burned. When his buddies swore the only real literature is prose, the teacher couldn't handle it, and finally he chose to grab a knife, allegedly, and stab the guy to death. Police say that he fled the scene upon the man's last breath. They caught him, though, days later, and he's charged with murder now. He might get 15 years, but what is really wild is how this stabbing's not the first time that some Russian blood's been spilled. For naughty reasons, a debate on can't got someone killed.
That's great. That's what all news should be. It'd be like we lived in Sweeney Todd. That's great. I love that. Give that journalist
the tags for this. The tags for this are weird Russia, of course.
Right.
Poetry stabbing Russia. Man stabbed to death for insulting poetry Russia. Man poetry stabbing Russia. Man killed poetry Russia.
Oh, that's great. See? I rest my case on Russia.
Can we start a news website where we just do poems about the news?
There's nothing stopping you as long as the news was accurate and unbiased.
Or can you make a limerick that's not truly biased? A truly unbiased?
Probably, but it wouldn't be that interesting.
Limericks are only interesting if they're biased.
Yeah. And dirty.
Naked woman gets head... This is still from Russia. Uh-huh. Naked woman gets head stuck in railing during attempt to spice things up.
Railing?
Like in a staircase.
Oh, I immediately thought of a train track.
I'm going to click this. I really hope it's in a poem. Nah, this one isn't. Anyway, so what do you got?
Well, I briefly... Well, I'll tell you, Sam.
Son.
You're going to wish you hadn't called me tonight.
Have we talked about that?
I don't think.
We were just browsing YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we were just browsing through YouTube.
We found some, like, we get to that weird part of YouTube where you start finding some really
I'm not sure what we clicked, but we just started going, like, whatever it would recommend, we clicked that. Whatever it would recommend, we clicked that. We just kept going down. Mm-hmm. And I remember I went past something, like it recommended, and I just went past it. And it was like, whoa, go back. And it was this...
Oh, it was just a big fat man's head with a big gray head of hair.
Yeah, and he was a pastor or you know,
some sort of TV evangelist,
right? And it was crank calls to this man.
Yeah, he was like thinking he was taking prayer requests,
right?
Or like people needed prayed for on the air, and it was just kids calling, fucking with him, and it was hysterical.
What was funny is how quickly he had enough of it. Which, of course, I mean, he's trying to do something, but like the first guy called him, he's like, "Son, you're gonna wish you hadn't called me tonight.
You're playing games with God.
And you're gonna die like a fool dies."
And we lost our mind. You're gonna die like a fool.
He told the man on the phone, "You're gonna die like a fool dies."
Just immediately. He's a man of a cloth. He's the man of the Lord. And he's like...
Do you know the way that a fool dies? That's you. That's how you sound.
Oh my God. Oh, well, I found this, and it stopped me in my tracks, and I've tried to put it into the back of my mind. I try not to think about it, because I don't, it's one of those things I've not read into it. It's just,
you got this from Weird Russia?
No, this is just, it's supposedly completely true facts, and they give you a thing where you can follow up on them, but of course there's no follow up in our line of work.
Not in our line of work.
Yeah, we're never finishing that poem.
Fuck, I want to,
this
though.
is wasps. And you know I don't like bees. Wasps have brought down 2 commercial airline flights, killing over 200 people. The questions just instantly begin to stack up in my head. Okay, why have we not heard of this? Why had we hear about it the second time? Why were there wasps on the plane? Were they getting the pilots?
Well, were they in the plane or were they outside of the plane?
A swarm of wasps brought down. Oh, so you think? Oh, see, I was thinking it was an internal thing. Like
I'm thinking.
bees!
I immediately thought external.
How many wasps would it take to bring down a plane?
Well, let me tell you this:
200 people.
If you just take a meter by meter, I immediately was going to start giving numbers to what I'm going to say, but I don't have any numbers. I'm not going to make any claims. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make some claims, but no number-based claims. If you just take a cubic meter. Right? Not a cubic meter. An area of the earth that's a meter big. A square meter big.
Yeah.
And you just go up, all the way up into space. The column of air is full of bugs. Like, way higher than you'd think. Like, it's just bugs.
Yeah.
It just bugs all the way up.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking,
if you just flip that on its side, it's still bugs. If you flip that horizontally, you just got a bug tube going horizontally instead of vertically.
Yeah, but
instead of a bug column, you got a bug tube. And if you're flying into that, it's just bugs all the way around, getting sucked into the engine. Is that
I see what you're saying. I was like, man, planes are up in the sky, man. That's why I'm talking about vertically. But I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
So you're saying up in the vertical space.
The horizontal, they're flying through the horizontal bug tube.
You're right. I think, honestly, I think your version of it makes more sense. That there were bugs inside the plane.
Because it'd have to be a swarm.
They would have to be
like like if it said locust, I'd be like, okay, a fucking swarm of locusts and a plane flew through them. I could see that clogging up the engine, fucking things up.
I feel like thousands of locusts go through an engine and not stop it.
Probably.
It has to be internal,
wasps?
It has to be internal.
And what are wasps? I mean, wasps they don't fuck around that high. So I'm thinking they had to get in the plane. You think one built, like a nest got built somehow in the plane? Like you think it sat for a while having maintenance done and some bees built in it and they go up there, then the bees get loose in the cockpit?
Think about it this way, man.
Oh my God, that would scare the shit out of me.
All it says...
It's being 30, 40,000 feet with a plane full of wasps. Not even bumblebees. If bumblebees were in there, they're just like, I hate bees, but I'd be like, if you don't fuck with a bumblebee...
Guys, don't go in this bathroom.
It's not what... Yeah, there's bumblebees in there.
It's full of bees.
Yeah, but wasp, they're just out to fucking get you.
So the situation is, we don't know... Can you read it to me? Read the fact to me again? I want to hear all the information we got. Because I'm about to suss it out.
It says...
What does it say?
Just that, wasps have brought down 2 commercial airline flights, killing over 200 people.
Okay, so we know it's 200 people, so those are fairly... Well, I mean...
2 planes, so...
We know it's 2 planes, so... I mean...
You're looking at 100 flights. It's a moderate-sized plane.
That's a decent-sized plane. It's not like a little... It's not like a little...
Yeah, Cessna or something.
Prop plane.
Yeah. So bees had to have gotten into the captains.
Into the captain.
You know what I mean? Like that. I just don't understand. You think it was just one big bee? Wasp plural just meant 2 big bees.
Al-Qaeda
bred like a German Shepherd sized bee.
Al-Qaeda crashed 2 planes. And we had that whole war against Al-Qaeda. Wasps also crashed 2 planes. Wake up, sheeple.
That's right. They just put the bumblebee on the endangered species list.
No way.
Yeah.
A bug?
Yeah.
Is it the only bug on the list?
I would think not. I think there's so many. I mean, bugs go extinct every day, and we just don't know about them. Discover new ones every day, too. Know about them.
They're dying the way fools die.
They did. But bumblebees, that could be a nice conspiracy theory for some fucking lunatic. If bees brought down the flights and then they're like, wait, we don't know that was in America.
We don't
know where that was. It could have been in some wasp capital of the world where that's just, people are like, yeah, that happened.
Let me tell you something.
You left the doors open too long.
Let's think of someone like on the very outskirts of our social circle. Winston.
Fringe.
Winston. Remember the guy who went to college? His name was Winston?
Yeah.
Just kind of like a fringe character in our lives. Good guy. Yeah. Nothing against the guy.
I've not thought about that guy in years.
Exactly.
And it came up in my mind multiple times.
So this is a perfect character because we have a shared relationship with this person, but he's not a key figure in our lives.
Yeah, he's a peripheral character.
Just a peripheral character. And this is not a character judgment on him.
No.
But if we heard that he died in a bee-related plane accident,
yeah,
I'm going to say bullshit.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's a cover-up. Winston was into some shit.
Well, we got to find out what we... And you'd start talking to Winston's friends.
Like, what was he into?
Have like a walk amongst the tombstones sort of thing.
Was he whistleblowing? Was he blowing whistles?
Was he blowing whistles? Somebody smuggled some bees in a briefcase, a bee case, a bee briefcase. I will stretch.
Imagine if that's the way the fucking Secret Service goes around and kills people, is with bees.
The Secret Service is killing people?
He's like whistleblowing. Wasn't that what isn't that the tapestry we just wove?
I don't think the Secret Service is doing it. Maybe the CIA or,
Who kills?
Spooks.
What's the secret? I mean, isn't that the thing? Isn't it? It's like the
Secret Service protect the president.
Oh, sure.
I don't know what else they do. They probably kill.
They probably kill.
They'll die. They'll take a bullet for the commander-in-chief. They'll hop right onto a bee reef case.
All right. Okay. We got it the first time.
I'm sticking to it.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you just knew someone who, like, you didn't really know them. Like, you don't really know any other characters.
But you knew them well enough to know that just seems bizarre.
You just be like, I don't know. Like, for example, if you died in a bee-related accident, first of all, I would imagine you just ran off a cliff or something.
Yeah, you'd be
because
like,
you just,
okay.
Because I know you're terrified.
You'd be like, he probably just freaked out around the bees.
His heart stopped.
They did something dumb. He ran into, like, a propeller, This is bee-related death. And you think, oh shit, was he on a plane that went down full of bees?
Are they going to count that as a bee-related death if you run away from a bee into a spinning propeller?
If while I was headed towards that propeller, I was going, bees! Yeah. Gee, oh. Had to clean me all up off the big old guy made a big old mess.
This is your captain speaking. We're going to be delayed a little bit. One of the passengers ran into the propeller. For some reason, the captain is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. We'll be right back. They already with the puns.
My point is, I don't agree. I just don't think that's real.
Okay.
I just think that that's what they told people, but
that you think something else happened.
How are they figuring it out?
So
how do they know bees brought that plane down?
Well, there's the black box.
And they're going, bees.
There's bees in here. There's more than one bee. And then if it all goes down in flames, man, they dig the box up like, oh my God, what a gruesome death.
The first guy who listened to that was like, listen, steal your shit because you're not going to believe what's on this box.
Yeah. You'd think they were being burned alive, but they can't control the plane because they're fending off wasps. Yeah, but
how badly though? I mean,
if they're in there going nuts and they're stinging you to the point that you're freaking out, maybe they were allergic. Maybe both captains were allergic to wasps. But that does kind of make sense. It seems like this happened somewhere where it went down and they're like, it was like shady, like, oh, we haven't done maintenance on that plane in 9 years. If you know what I mean? Like,
full of bees.
Well, no, not that. Just the parts were falling out its ass and nobody checked the oil or something in the plane.
Why are they blaming bees?
Because it could have come back on they're like, you know what? What really happened is the fucking whole navigational system went out. They didn't know where they were and they flew right to the side of a goddamn mountain. So we need to say it was bees. That way it doesn't come back on us. And then someone just says, sure. You know why? Because it was in Russia.
Was it? No, we don't know.
No, we don't know.
We don't know.
If it was, I'm saying it's in Russia. We'll stamp it and just say it was in Russia.
I just like the idea that that's like people just... But the thing is, it happened twice though, man.
Yeah.
People are making shit up about bees crashing planes twice in a row.
Yeah, because here... Hey, it worked the first time.
Hey, shit, man. The bees did that.
You know, if they bought it the first time, it'd be like, listen, the bees came back. Yeah.
But think about that, though. If a whole nest of wasps got angry on a plane and it was in the cockpit...
Oh, it'd be terrible. Like hornet. I mean, it could be a hornet. They're a type of wasp, I think. Aren't they? A hornet? Fucking hell.
Could have been spiders.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, it could have been wolves. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
So there's a whole list of facts here, though?
I've got a few. This one here, I think it's going to upset you if I know you, because it upset me, and I immediately went, and I just swallowed it back and said, okay.
Wait. Can we do a reintroduction into this list? It's just a list of facts you found.
It's a list of facts that I found.
Okay. All right, here's number 2.
An individual horse exudes 14.9 horsepower. What is the goddamn point?
What?
What's the point?
One horse?
One horse has 14.9 horses in it. power.
He's giving off the power of 14 horses?
Yeah, and understand, like we said, horses scale.
He's exuding it.
Yeah, he contains it. Did I say exude? Actually, it's a better word than it says an individual horse puts out 14.9 horsepower.
You use the word exude, man. It exudes that power.
It exudes it. Well, it comes out of it. But the measurement for horsepower, I thought was a horse. But instead, it's something else because a horse puts out almost 15 horsepower.
Okay.
You know?
Because I can imagine.
Oh, my systems.
That number's too big.
They're crumbling.
It's too big.
One man, the strongest man on earth.
I could say it would be 2 manpower.
No, I bet the strongest
manpower.
I'd say he has several manpower. Those motherfuckers just stand in the yard and throw full kegs over their head all day for fun.
They're not 13 manpower.
They lift the back of a Ford Focus filled with more weights in the back of it, and they just lift that. That's how they get strong. There's no weights that they can pick up, so they just fill a car full of weights and pick the car up. That's how the world's strongest man trains to be the world's strongest man. And that guy is at 15 strongest man.
Yeah.
My systems.
I don't understand. I don't understand any of it, and it's just like
I feel like my life's a lie.
If horsepower isn't real, what is?
I don't know. Bee cases?
Maybe it's a fact. Maybe it's a situation. Horse nutrition is at an all-time efficient level.
Oh, okay, we're going there. Like, cows used to be normal cows, and now they've slabbed on the meat of 3 cows onto a single cow. So you're saying that horses are just stronger now?
I mean, think about...
Because when they measured it, they're like, okay, this is one horse. And they fed them and bred them, and they're stronger, they're better horses. Now, today's horses are actually almost 15 horses compared to the horses of the salad days.
Yeah, think about it like this, man. Go back, like... How far you want to go back? Let's go back
500 years.
Let's go more.
Okay. Let's 5,000 years.
Yeah. Think about the biggest, strongest motherfucker back then. And then take the fucking mountain from Game of Thrones. The guy who played, not the man, the fictional character, the actor who plays him. That guy, the mountain's got to be fucking just way of nutrition and supplements work and forward focused lifting technology.
Does he do all that stuff?
Yeah, I think he is the strongest man in the world right now.
No, not right now. It's another guy.
Not now.
I watched a bunch of videos of that guy picking up cars and shit. That's why I know that, and I can't think of his name.
No, sir, not now.
No, sir, not now. He's not.
How many horses is one man? The strongest man. Does a man even equal one horse? Can a man equal a horse?
See, I think it's because your limbs are different. It's hard to measure. Because a horse could pull, but the world's strongest man.
It's about how much a one horse can pull. Some measure a certain meter. Like it's like a fucking.
Yeah. So
facts.
Yeah.
But why is the horse 14 horses?
14.9. That's specific. They didn't just say 15. They'll be like, no, 14.9.
It exudes.
It exudes the power.
Get away from this. What else facts you got, man? I can't think about that anymore.
I know. That's why I can't sleep sometimes. Stuff that starts going through my head and I just lay up there.
I mean, it's a simple thing. Is if we really understood how horsepower worked, that would make sense to us.
Right.
It's like any of the bullshit we talk about. If we understood it, we would understand it.
Here's one that makes me doubt this list. The dark side of the moon is actually turquoise. Huh? I don't even know why that's a fact.
What does that mean, though? I mean, I know what it means. It means it's the color turquoise. But what color is the moon anyway? It's gray, I guess?
Right. I guess it's still dark.
But the whole... Well, yeah, what if you shine light on it? Maybe the chemical composition?
This is something that I found.
Yeah.
That I actually read something just the other day that backs up a different thing of this. Rats can feel regret.
How do they know?
Exactly. I know. That's me. Rats can feel regret. And the thing I read, maybe that was earlier today, even this morning, or yesterday, that rats can feel like longing or they reminisce. They reminisce, but only about foods they've eaten.
How do they know that?
I don't know. Do you think they've just developed something where they can just ask animals shit? Like the thing we talked about the time about the hawk, that they knew how a hawk sees exactly.
How far it can see?
How far it can see and how it sees, and you know what I mean? I know that you can understand it by examining the lenses and the cones and then everything, and stuff in its eye, the breakdown, like, oh, I can only see in this spectrum, or its lenses are this way. But without seeing what the hawk sees, or having that hawk be like, oh yeah, I can read that.
Maybe they move shit away from him. Maybe they just like, they go like 100
and say what?
Feet out.
Screech when you can't see it.
If it it's like...
And starts looking around, they're like,
oh shit, it's right over there. And then they go, okay.
God, that sounds like pseudoscience, man.
You do it enough times. If you do enough pseudoscience enough times and you get the same effect, then it fucking turns into real science, man.
I guess. That's what they did in China, apparently. You see where 80% of all the all the medicines they've come out with over the past, Western medicines that they've been developing, not Chinese traditional medicine, has all been horse shit. They've faked all the results.
Just back up. All the medicine that China has made since when?
I'm not sure. In recent years.
Has just been bullshit.
Complete bullshit.
All of it.
80%
All of China.
Yeah.
All of China is bullshit.
80% of it. And they interview people and they're just like, oh yeah, that's not a big surprise. Like, because everybody's like so into like being like, oh, if you're going to be fired, you're not going to get any money if you don't come with some kind of groundbreaking research. And they're like, well, we don't have anything. They're like, well, what about this? People are worried about this, come up with something for that. And they're like, we can't just do it that way.
Warts. How do we solve warts?
Exactly. And
how do we do it, Nathan? How do we solve warts?
So then they say, well, you just, here's this medicine.
What's the medicine? What do we do?
It's made up of other medicines that have already been approved. And they just mix a bunch of shit together. Say, okay,
you've got warts. What do I do? What do I do? I take Robitussin and I mix it with Pepto-Bismol and...
No, we're going to give you a medicine that's a brand new miracle medicine. It's a new wart medicine.
I got warts, man. How do I solve my warts?
We don't know. This is bullshit medicine.
I took some other people's warts. I ground those warts up and I injected you with those warts. Can't have other warts going to fight each other. They're going to cancel each other out.
Yeah, they're just making shit up. They were finding where like the lab results where they're supposed to be doing the clinical testing, the results were already filed as positive and being a success and filed somewhere before the test were scheduled and done. Someone was just like, yeah, it's good, and sent it off, and they make the drug, and then it's like, wait, they didn't even do this. Was filed before they even did the tests.
China, man. China's the Russia of Asia.
Yeah. And people that, like, the officials were like, yeah, everything in China is lies. It was an actual quote from the guy. He goes, everything in China is lies, or is fake. That's what he said. Everything in China is fake. So it's no surprise.
Holy shit. Yeah. What a statement. I saw a thing, in-depth expose about like how in China it's cheaper to make fake eggs than it is to raise chickens to lay eggs and sell those eggs.
Right.
Like there's people who are, and it looks like an egg and you can crack it like an egg and an egg yolk and white comes out of it and you cook it up, but it's made out of like sawdust and warts.
Yeah, just bullshit. Stuff that's bad for you. What's the thing with all these medicines? Now they're going to have to go back and try and retest all
It's all
these
warts,
things.
all the way down. Warts. All the medicines, they've just been releasing for the last 80 years. 80% of every medicine is just ground up warts.
It's bugs all the way up and warts all the way down.
I'm going to venture a guess and say that's true. I'm going to venture a guess and say that's true. I wouldn't put it past a man. I've seen some of the medicines that people take here. We live in Asia.
Well, that's the thing they're saying. It's not... They were saying that this is supposedly like the new. This isn't like traditional Chinese medicine.
No, it's the new like Western the stuff that they've come up with.
Yeah, Western. Yeah, Western.
Yeah, them trying to pull the wool over our eyes.
Yeah, and 80% of it is complete bullshit.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
What other facts you got there?
Let me see here.
Got a whole list?
There's a text-only Braille version of Playboy.
What?
There's a Braille version.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you. I got it.
Braille.
Is it just 2 dots on their nips? for the nips?
It said text only, so I'm guessing there's no photo. I don't think there's nudes in Playboy anymore.
No more?
No, I think they did away with it. And it's just, now it's for the articles.
Who? I saw a thing. I said who for something else, but I saw a thing that said, don't touch must be the scariest thing to read in Braille.
Yeah, why even open your fingers?
Well, it doesn't mean don't touch the Braille, obviously.
Right.
But like, if you just
That's the equivalent of if I was blind and read new Braille, felt Braille, and I rubbed my fingers across something and it just said, look out.
Right.
What would you do?
I saw a picture of a sign that said, be careful, edges of sign are sharp. What the fuck is the point of the sign then?
Yeah.
They don't have the sign.
Yeah. So the sign was advertising that itself was dangerous.
There was a sign that said, be careful, corners of sign are sharp.
And it wasn't attached to a bigger, sharper sign?
Isn't just a
hey, that's a sharp sign. We should probably make a sign saying that one's sharp.
Should we make that one sharp too?
No, around the edges of this one. It shows we can learn.
We perfected it.
Every day, over 2,500 Americans try cocaine for the first time.
How many?
2,500.
Every day.
Yeah. I actually figured it'd be more than that, but this isn't the 80s.
2,500
every day try cocaine for the first time.
Let's run the numbers, man. Let's run the numbers here.
Okay.
So 2,500, that's 2,500. Times 365, that's days in a year.
Thanks.
2,500 times 365. Oh, I made a big mess. 2,500 times 365. That's about 1 million people a year? So in 300 years, man, everyone in America is going to have done tried it.
But they're not living to be 300. Be new people.
I saw a fact the other day that it's just the world is apparently running out of sand.
Nah,
The world's running out of sand, man.
I'm having a hard time with that one.
It said, is the world running out of sand? Question mark.
Oh, is it? Well, answer no.
Do you know?
I don't.
How do you know there's not more? Do you know if there's more or less sand than there was yesterday?
True. I don't. I don't know
So
if bees are
fuck you,
bringing down
sir, for getting
planes.
so upset.
But
You don't know.
It's true, but it seems ludicrous. I know, but that's our thing. We just get mad because we're ignorant.
New name of the episode. New name of the fucking podcast. It's not no Royal We anymore. It's Mad Because We're Ignorant.
We're mad because we're ignorant. Babies don't dream for the first several years because they don't have enough memories formed for their brain to need to process them.
Okay, I'm down with that one.
See, I believe that. That makes more sense than the world's running out of sand. What are they doing with it? Turning it into microchips.
We solved it.
Half of the world's pigs live in China. But what's interesting about that statement is if you didn't know, we know better. This is something that we do know better. We know there's not 10 pigs. But when you make a statement like that, you think, whoa.
You know there's not 10 pigs?
You jumped on that train late, didn't you? I saw it in your face. You weren't listening to me.
I was, though. But you said that half of the world's pigs live in China.
Yeah.
And what's crazy about that is if we know that there's not 10 pigs. Did I miss something in the between?
Missed the car there.
Which car did I miss?
The one was saying, we know better. But if you said there's only 10 pigs in the world, you'd be like, yeah, okay. But whenever you don't know, when you say half the world, when you say half of something that you assume is a large number, then you immediately go, whoa.
I'm not with you.
There's a lot of pigs in China.
I'm giving you all my focus and I'm not with you.
Okay, listen. I'm making sense now. There's a lot of pigs. We know there's a lot of pigs. So when you say half the world's pigs live in China, you're thinking, whoa. But if you didn't know that there were a lot of something, if you didn't know there were a lot of pigs, stay on the train. If you didn't know there were a lot of pigs and you said half the world something lives in China, but you thought there could only be 10 pigs, you're like, well, that's not a big deal.
I don't know your point, man. I gave you everything I had. I don't know what you're trying to say.
I guess it's because it's vague. It just says half the world's pigs live in China. And I guess
it's not that vague. How can you be more specific?
Well, it's half of something we don't know.
Pigs.
Yeah, but how many? Like I said, we know there's more than 10 pigs. What? We know there's more than 10 pigs. So there's probably like 10 billion. Right. So that's why we go, whoa. But if we knew there was only 10 pigs, we thought there were 10 of something, it wouldn't be a big deal. And it would make that statement stupid. Are you really not with me? I understand I'm going on a big long arc to get to this point.
No, I don't understand what you're saying. I mean, I guess I understand what you're saying, but I wish there was more to it because it's...
Well, I mean, yeah, this is a fact. Men are no more flatulent than women, okay?
I agree.
Yeah, women are farty. You get them behind closed doors, man. Only thing is guys just do it because it's funny. No! Dude, this one ties into before.
What's that?
Those wasps had a vendetta because apparently wasps can remember individual people's faces.
Like crows?
Yeah.
But wasps?
Wasps.
Bugs have memories?
Maybe that's why when people fuck with a hornet's nest, there's a guard hornet. And then I've known people, we used to have a giant hornet's nest that lived outside our house. We didn't live there. It was, anyway. And I had a roommate that would like to fuck with his hornet's nest. And it got to where to start out with, he could fuck with.
He liked to fuck with it?
Yeah, because he thought it was funny. And it drove me mad.
It drives me mad. I don't even know the guy.
You know what I mean?
I'm not even.
It was like a fucking football near, like volleyball. It was about a volleyball
How would he
size.
fuck with it? He just like throw shit at it?
Well, it was right outside his room, so he would turn his stereo up really loud, and it would aggravate him on the outside of the building.
And they knew it was him that was doing that?
Well, no, I don't know about that. No, they thought it was like the Misfits or something. But it was like attacking the window.
Goddamn Sex Pistols.
They would attack the window, but he would go outside, and at first he could chuck stuff at it, and it would take a long time for him to get stirred up. But then after the first time he did it, everybody else could hang around out there. As soon as he would come out and like just start, he wouldn't even fuck with it. He would just look at it and like get ready to, and they would come after him. So I bet they remembered him specifically. Like, there's that fucker. None of these other ones are messing with us. That's a guy keeps chucking bottle caps at us.
Yeah.
So maybe they trained some wasps.
Who did? Who's they? Whoever wanted these flights to go down?
Shadowy cabals of the world, man. The dark crevices of the government.
The reptilians.
The reptilians.
They're training bees.
Yeah, and they're putting them in briefcases. And then they let them loose. And they've somewhere in a room, they've set a wasp down and shown it a picture of these pilots.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Just burning nests of bees.
And they'll be like, these humans took your larva. And the bee goes, then they put it in the briefcase and they take it up to 40,000 feet. And then one of the reptilians who's been programmed to open the case, and he lets loose. I bet it doesn't even mess with other people. It just flies up and it goes underneath the door, goes in, goes right for the throat. Mission accomplished.
If you have a theory about why or how bees were able to crash airplanes, you know what you guys can do? Hit us up, royalwecast@gmail.com. You know, you can also, if you want to do it in 140 characters, which fucking good luck, do it on Twitter. That's @royalwecast.
Yeah.
I'd like to see your 140 character bee crashing planes theory. I see you getting ready to read another fact. Let's wrap this up, man.
Yeah.
I saw you go, ooh.
This one won't go anywhere. Can I just say that apparently the king of Thailand was born in Massachusetts?
You just dropped the phone like, done.
Done with them.
So email us, guys. That's royalwecast at royalwecast@gmail.com.
Yeah. Tweet us.
Guys, you know, we recently we came over the hump of 2,000 downloads.
Yeah. Like us on Facebook. Comment on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. There's that for sure. But,
not for sure.
Yeah, and if you're so inclined, you guys can send us some article headlines. Just the headlines of articles. Do not send us the article, because it spoils everything.
Yeah, tweet them to us.
Tweet them.
That's the best way.
Yeah. So, goodbye!